Okay, hi everyone. We're going to go over mixing our paint colors that we got in the art kit. So you'll need a cup of water, which I have here. So first thing is that if you mix your red and your yellow together, so I'm going to put some here, I'm going to take a little bit and put that there, you're going to start to get an orange color. And if you put that on the watercolor paper, it's a little thinned out with water, so it's very nice and has a little bit of softness to the color, and then that'll dry. Now if I take that orange that I have, or any color, and I add a little bit of white to it, it's going to become even lighter, so we have more of like a pastel creamsicle orange instead of like the bright orange. And then if you wanted to, when you're painting your petals, you can add a little bit of the lighter shade of the color, and then they start to blend together. So I'm going to mix another color. So if I take some blue and I take some yellow, I'm going to get green. And right now that's really just turning into a navy. So I'm going to add some more yellow. So you might have to add more of one color to get your desired color. Make sure that you mix it really well if you're going to be using a lot of that color, because you don't want to run out. So now it's turned to more of like a foresty green. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of white. And you'll see that starts to lighten up. And so I have a leaf here that I've drawn. So now I have like a dark green leaf, and now I'm going to rinse my paintbrush off. And then I'm going to add some black to that green. And the reason I am doing this is because I want a darker green now. So mix that in. And if you notice, if you add too much black, it turns the color almost purely black. So now it's more like a dark gray. So keep that in mind when you are mixing your colors for your flower. And depending on what size your flower is, it should fill up about the page that you have here of watercolor, but you might need to use a thinner brush or a thicker brush to get to all the different areas of the flower. And then if you are directly on the piece of paper, and I mentioned this example in class, if you have a flower that is more of a pink, or it's a red that fades kind of into a white, you'll start with the red here at the bottom of the petal, and I'm going to fill that in about halfway, and then I'm going to dip into the white here. I'm going to fill that in at the top of the petal, and then when they start to meet together, they're going to start to blend in, and you'll start to get that ombre effect, almost like a sunset. Very similar idea. And then now you have red to pink to white. So that's how you'll create any patterning that is in your flowers. Okay, thank you everyone.